So in case you have not heard, the general manager of the Chicago Bears, Ryan Pace, went to the media and proclaimed that the starting quarterback for the Chicago Bears position is going to be an open competition between Mitchell Trubisky and Nick Foles. And I'm here to tell you why that might actually be a good thing for Mitchell Trubisky. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL here to talk about the Bears, which I do so a lot. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. If you are not already, helps me out a lot when you support. Go ahead and follow my social media as well. Links down below for my Twitter, my Instagram, all of that good stuff. Let's talk about this and get into it right now. So when the news initially broke that Ryan Pace had said that this is going to be an open competition for the starting quarterback job, I basically could have came on here and made a video talking to my reaction about that, but I had basically told you guys this whole time, if you had been watching my channel, that that's essentially what was going to happen. I mean, again, there was people that were proclaiming that Nick Foles is going to be the starter. There's no doubt about it. Then there's obviously people that think Trubisky is going to start no matter what. Here's the thing, folks. I've been telling you this from the beginning. There was going to be an open competition. It makes too much sense for it to not happen. It's the only rational thing. You literally let the best guy win the job. Okay? Duke it out in training camp. Whoever is the better quarterback, you get to start. That's a fair thing, right? But here's the thing. So to me, that was already established, so I didn't feel the need to regurgitate that. But what I do know now, after thinking about it and after hearing, again, the comments from Ryan Pace is, I believe this is going to be a good thing for Mitchell Trubisky. Here's why. Mitchell Trubisky, we know, has been a much maligned quarterback in his 3 years in the NFL, okay? We don't need to go through the entire 3 years in the NFL. We know it's been a very up and down, inconsistent path. Started off obviously slow in 2017, his rookie year, replacing Mike Glennon, but he had a bad coach in John Fox. And then 2018 was the breakout year, 12-4, Pro Bowl, third in passer rating, just was fantastic. 24 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. And then last year, obviously, a big decline, 17 touchdowns to just 10 interceptions, or I should say just 17 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. And the Bears obviously went 8-8, missed the playoffs. So the trajectory's been up and down. But here's the thing. For Mitchell Trubisky, he never had competition before this, okay? Chase Daniel was not a threat. I'm sorry. I like Chase. He wasn't, okay? So is Nick Foles going to push Mitchell Trubisky? Absolutely. But here's the thing, and a lot of people have made this argument, Faiz, why the heck would Mitch play better now knowing that he could have played better this whole time just because Nick Foles is behind him? Well, here's the thing. Job security is a crazy thing, folks, okay? I mean, I don't want to go all Colin Coward on you, but I got to use the analogy in the office, okay? You've been doing just enough to get by. I mean, you're doing the job. I mean, last season, he wasn't doing exactly what he needed to do, but they still finished 8-8. It wasn't like the Bears were like, some stupid 3-13 record, but you're doing enough and you feel like, okay, I don't need to go more. And then the new guy comes in the office and, all of a sudden your manager takes a note and he's killing it and he's got a good reputation from before. Nick Foles has won a Super Bowl. And now you kind of need to know that you need to step your game up, okay? Because here's the thing. Even when Mitch was playing bad, they couldn't replace him because, again, like I told you, Chase Daniel was not a long-term option. And Nick Foles isn't a long-term option, but he certainly is an option to where if the Bears know he can play well, they will literally ride it with him, okay? So this is why I'm telling you with Mitchell Trubisky, if he knows that there is a guy that can push him, he will go all out. Maybe we weren't getting 110% Mitchell Trubisky. Maybe we were getting 90, 95%, but maybe we weren't getting 110% Mitchell Trubisky. And you know what? If he can't beat out Nick Foles, then we know he's not the guy. Okay? Again, Nick Foles is a Super Bowl champion. I get it. And I liked the signing. I defended it. But Nick Foles was also the guy who hasn't started more than 5 games in the last 5 years. Nick Foles is also the guy the Jaguars couldn't wait to get rid of after they signed him, and the same guy that the Eagles let go after he won them the Super Bowl. So keep that in perspective here, okay? All I'm saying is with Mitchell Trubisky is this. He is seen now, just in recent history, just this season, this offseason, quarterbacks that were drafted high and became backup quarterbacks. Got Marcus Mariota now with the Titans, number 2 overall pick. He's potentially a backup. He is the backup quarterback for the Raiders now. People are saying he might start over Derek Carr. I don't believe so. We see he got benched, obviously, for Ryan Tannehill, and we saw what happened there. He got Blake Bortles, who got benched. He went to the Rams, backup to Jared Goff. And then before that, RG3 was the starting quarterback. He became a backup. Now he's backing up Lamar Jackson. So Mitchell Trubisky has literally seen by his very own eyes in recent history of highly drafted quarterbacks, very highly drafted quarterbacks, just like him, number 2 overall pick, literally getting benched and becoming backup quarterbacks. So he knows this is his last shot. If Mitchell Trubisky loses the job this year, whether that's in training camp, whether that's in week 1, 6, or week 16, that is the last time Mitchell Trubisky is becoming the starting quarterback for the Bears unless Nick Foles gets hurt. Unless he gets hurt, that's it. He's done. His time in Chicago is over. So, again, all I'm saying is when you know the pressure's on and you know you have no room for error, not even a little bit, no room for error, you tend to step your game up. And this is maybe what Mitchell needed. We get the best of Mitchell. Hopefully he hears everything, folks. I know a lot of guys have been saying, Mitchell Trubisky got a bad rap. And you know what? You can certainly make the argument that, Matt Nagy hasn't coached him up well. I used to say that a lot and defend him. And I can still say that. But here's the thing. Whether you want to blame the offensive line, whether you want to blame Matt Nagy, whether you want to blame anything but Mitchell Trubisky, know this, okay? You can take it. You can take the brunt of things if you are Mitchell Trubisky because it can only make you stronger. If you can't handle that, then you're going to not be able to last in this league as a starting quarterback. It just comes with the territory. I know it's not easy to say, but it does. And so for Mitch, he just needs to know that. And again, if he doesn't, then he's going to be a backup quarterback in this league. But I'm rooting for Mitch. I'm pulling for him. I still want whoever's the best option for the Bears to be the starting quarterback. And if that's going to be Nick Foles, I'm going to support Nick Foles. And I hope Nick Foles wins us a Lombardi. But I am rooting also for Mitchell Trubisky, and I want him to win the starting job. I still believe he's the better long-term option. I still believe he's got the higher ceiling. I still believe he's got more potential. And I just believe he can be the better quarterback when push comes to shove. But it has to happen from him. It has to happen from within. So let's see what happens. But hopefully this is going to be a good thing for Mitchell Trubisky. I didn't expect Ryan Pace to come out and say that, Mitch is going to be the starting quarterback. Absolutely not. So let me know what you guys think. Again, do you think this open competition is a good thing for Mitchell Trubisky? I do. A lot of people think that this is going to be bad for his confidence, morale. So be it. Let's see what happens. Anyways, leave a comment down below if you agree or disagree. As always, thanks for watching.